Please subscribe to my channel. The girl who was abused by her own father, part 2. The nail in Amina's hand shook as her father's shadow filled the small room. His breath reeked of alcohol, his eyes heavy with the darkness she knew too well. For years, she had stayed silent, frozen by fear. But tonight, fear had turned into rage. He moved closer, muttering threats under his breath. She could hear the sound of his belt scraping against his trousers. Every second reminded her of nights when her cries were swallowed by the walls, when her body became his hunting ground. Tears blurred her vision, but her grip tightened. When he reached for her, Amina snapped. With a scream that had been buried inside her for years, she drove the nail into his arm. He roared in pain, stumbling backward, blood dripping down his skin. Shock filled his face. He had never imagined she would fight back. For a moment, silence hung in the room. Amina trembled, staring at him, unsure if she had made a mistake. But instead of retreating, his rage doubled. He lunged at her, fist raised. She darted out of the room, her heart pounding like a drum. The chase shook the house, pots fell, her mother cried out. "Stop, Boko. Please," her mother screamed, but he ignored her. Cornered in the yard, Amina grabbed a broken bottle lying near the refuse. Her father charged again, blinded by fury. In that instant, survival took control. She swung the bottle with all the strength left in her fragile arms. The sharp glass tore across his neck. Everything froze. His eyes widened, his hand clutched at the wound as blood gushed between his fingers. He staggered, gasping for air, then collapsed onto the dirt, his body twitching before it stilled. The man who had stolen her childhood now lay lifeless at her feet. Amina dropped the bottle, her whole body shaking violently. Her mother rushed out, falling to her knees beside Boko, wailing uncontrollably. "What have you done?" she cried, though her voice carried more fear than anger. But Amina didn't answer. She stood there, staring at the blood pooling in the earth, her mind spinning. She had killed her father, not out of hate, but out of desperation. The weight of it pressed into her chest until she could barely breathe. That night, the neighbors gathered, their whispers sharp as knives. Some called her a murderer. Others wept for the years of silence they had ignored, now written in blood. The police arrived, and Amina was taken away, her hands still trembling. As she sat in the cold cell, regret consumed her, not regret for ending her suffering, but regret for a world that had forced a 15-year-old girl to fight her father for her own body and dignity. She wondered if anyone would ever understand the pain behind her crime. The monster was gone. But so was her innocence, buried forever with him.